Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cornucopia Farmstead. Today, got a few things going on. You see some of it right here, but before we get started, what we're doing today is we'll be spreading this gravel. Another thing we've got to do is cut some firewood, and we'll be using the Neotec F372. I don't think y'all have seen us use that one yet. That's a saw that's similar to the Husqvarna 372, which is pretty famous logger chainsaw. I think just about everybody knows about that chainsaw. But this is Neotec's Farmmac version of that saw, and we're going to be using that today. And we haven't used it very much here. We've used it a little bit, but we're going to get its feet wet and see how it does in this firewood. So we'll see how that does. But before we get started on that, we've got to go over here and get busy and finish spreading 6 tons of number 4 gravel. So let's get to that.
Our finished product. We are super proud of this. This used to be a pond, and we filled this in with dirt and then covered it in fabric, and then now we've got the gravel over this using our Branson 3520R. Did a great job, and we couldn't be happier with it. We are super happy to have this finished. Something we've been wanting to do for a long time. So like Rick mentioned in the video earlier, we've got a new Neotec chainsaw to show you, and it sounds like it is ready. Let's go check it out.
And here we are. I guess you've seen what we did earlier today. As the sun's going down, we're about to do the last part of it. Melissa and I have to cut some of this wood over here and make some firewood rounds, and then it'll be dark by then. But so we're going to we've been using these Neotec and Farmmac saws for over a year now. We had tried the Farmmac saws, and we ran those for probably about a year, something like that. And again, you know, why do you even buy a clone saw? There's a lot of people, you know, they'll say, you know, that's what you get for buying non-OEM or whatever. And you know what? They're right. But at the same time, if you don't have the money and you need something that'll pull a 36-inch or a 48-inch bar or whatever, then you're going to buy a clone saw, because not everybody can afford to plunk down $1,200–1,300. In those circumstances, that's where a clone saw, you know, it fills your needs. So for everybody that says that, you're right, but also for everybody else, you're right too. And so that's why you end up with a clone saw. So about those, this is Farmmac. It's made by Neotec. Farmmac is their Pro Series line. We're going to cut with this F372, which is the clone of the Husqvarna 372. This is not an X-Torque. This is the Pro Series equivalent in their line, closest to the Husqvarna 372 XP. And it is not $1,200. It's not $1,300, but it is right around $400, something like that. I think you can get a bar and a chain and the saw shipped to your door for somewhere around $400. I've cut with this saw one time before, and it was about a month ago. But other than that, I haven't used the saw for any long-term cutting or anything like that. This will actually be the first time that's done. So again, you know, this is Farmmac's version of the Husqvarna 372 XP. They call it the F372. But we'll be using it today. I know a lot of people are asking, you know, how's it compared to the Husqvarna 372? I can't answer that because I've never actually ran the 372. But I did bring out the Farmmac F380, and for the people that know how they run, they can compare this saw to the F372. That's the closest I could get for you because I don't own one either. I don't own any Pro Series saw that's above $500 or $600. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get to cutting, and we'll see how this F372 Farmmac does. That's the only way I can compare them. But I can't actually compare it to Husqvarna 372 XP. But I can tell you that I do know on this saw, it does have a Walbro carb on it. I remember that is from the description on it, I believe. But I did check the saw out before whenever I get a new piece of equipment. I'll semi-tear it down. Sometimes that'll include taking the cylinder off and look at the top end, looking at the bottom end, whatnot. But anyway, this is one of those saws I did that with, and it does come with a Walbro carburetor, and it is stamped Walbro on top of the carb. I think we had posted some pictures on Facebook that showed that on the chainsaw group pages. Anyway, back to what we were doing, comparing the two saws. Hopefully that'll give you an idea how it compares. If you know about the F380 or the NS 872, I think is what it is, which is the same thing as the F380, but it's the F380 is just a more improved saw. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That is the Farmmac F372, the Husqvarna 372 XP clone. But we're going to get to cutting some firewood, and we're going to continue to use this saw. Something I did notice while using it, I've got the oiler turned up all the way, and it is not putting out as much oil that I would like. And I don't know that it's, I don't know, maybe it's because it's still got summer oil in it. Maybe the oiler just doesn't work that good. I'm not really sure. But that'll be something I'll check out, just because I don't want to keep putting chains or a bar on something because it's not getting enough oil. Anyway, we're going to cut some firewood now.